See, now this job done is in the queue, right?
Yes, sir.
So I am not going to go and run in individually. Now if I'll save it, see these all are going to run one after another. See now this demo batch I have given periodically, right? So even though if this periodically, if this will execute, rest of the jobs are also execute simultaneously. You got it because we have given that periodic option, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Whenever this batch is going to execute, rest of the jobs are also simultaneously trigger every 2 minutes. Okay. So let's see. One you can that you can set up either 1 hour or 2 hours also. That is your thing. But for sake of checking, see now these all are going in the queue now, right? Because we have scheduled this as a periodically, right? Every 2 minutes. See now this is going to Jenkins and then it is going to trigger. Okay, see like this. So build history. So it is going to trigger each and every job. Okay. See now this is job done. Okay. These all are the console output. If you want to see the console output, you can see this. Okay, job done. Finished success. Okay. So now these all are done now. Now if I don't want to run periodically, then I am going to here go to the configure and remove that option so that it won't run anymore. Suppose or if you change this to any 10 minutes, then every 10 minutes it is going to build. But now I don't want to execute. That's all. Just I am just saving. Now no longer is going to run this batch again and again. Okay. See here, if you done this, see Sri Jenkins, this is a upstream project, right? Say if I click on this is the upstream project and downstream projects. Okay, so every project you have one upstream project and one downstream project. Okay, so this is the upstream because this is your Sri Jenkins. So this is the upstream project. That means that once this job is complete, then only this job is going to execute. Okay, like that. Okay, so this is the upstream and downstream projects. And now this is going to build every time. So are you clear this? How to create the job and how to schedule, how to run this, right?
Yes, sir. Then report will come here only.
Yeah, this
Or after.
no, that is report is nothing but here only. Suppose if anything is failed, then it will show the failed status. Say, suppose if you are not setting the proper thing, uh, suppose if job done is there, now I can run individually also. But suppose if something is gone wrong, say in the parameters or configurations, mm, here build steps, execute cells or post build actions. Suppose this is the email notification. If we want, then we need to send email for every unstable build. Suppose if any unstable builds, then we have to send emails for this like this. Okay. Multiple people also we can use that separated comma and we can use this. So basically these are the main important in this continuous integration tool. Then how to get the job. See now in the Selenium also whatever the code you have pulled. So until if you do the pulling the code to central repository, then only this is going to be pulled from Jenkins. Okay. So once the Jenkins is pulled, then it is going to trigger the job. If you are not giving any configuration parameters, then it won't run. Because say for example, developer says that boss, I did the changes by 8 p.m. So you have to run the job or you have to execute the application. Okay. So what tester will do? But say for example, he wants to go somewhere on urgent basis on by that time 8 p.m. Okay. So or you want to go movie by that time. So in such cases, how he will do? He will just go to the configurations. Okay. So he will schedule the job. So you already have the Git repository. Then developer says that I'm going to pull the code by 8 p.m. So what you will do? You can schedule the time here. Say for example, here this is the this is minute and this is hour. Okay. And in the hour you can say for example from now onwards 8 hours. Okay. Say for example if we can schedule that 8 hours, then this job is going to execute automatically by that time irrespective of whether you are there or not, immaterial. Sorry.
Okay. This is only cron job, no, sir?
Correct, correct. Cron jobs. This is the cron job where you can set the parameters. Say this is the proper see, if you don't know how to use this, then you can just click on the schedule. You will get the minute, hour. This is the day of the month. This is the, and then you can use the month. This is day of the week. Okay. So based on this you can set the values. Okay, like this. This is the minutes. First one is minute, day of the month. Okay, like this. So if you set the see, normally in production what is going to happen every 1 month or 2 months, or in agile process every 2 weeks you have to schedule the job, right, automatically. So in such cases you can execute every 2 weeks automatically. This is going to be build. So this is the process what we have discussed right here. So this is the first, initially you have to pull the code. Then from this Jenkins tool, you are going to execute. Say here, this is the release build. Then you can go to the release production deployment, prod deployment. So these all are the items which is going to be one after another without having any manual intervention, right? Because this is what is going to learn in the DevOps practices. Say, for example, in the DevOps practices, what is normal in traditional approaches, how it is going to happen. Our QA people and development team work together. This is the agile methodology. Whereas in see, similarly, suppose what I will do. See, what is the difference between traditional approaches, agile methodology, and DevOps practices? See, normal traditional approach, right? Traditional approaches. Here, QA is a different team, separate team. Okay. Development is also a separate team. Whereas in the support team, these all three together work as individually. They don't have any collaboration, or nothing is going to happen in the traditional waterfall model, or iterative waterfall model, or V model, wherever it may be. They are going to work separately, right? QA team is going to work separately. Dev team is going to work separately. Support team is going to work separately. So what is going to happen? Your time lagging is going to be increased here. Lagging time, or 6 months it will take the prod deployment, then they are going to wait till 6 months, right? So this is going to happen, but nowadays business users are not going to accept these kind of approaches. So that's why what they come up with the alternate solution, they are going with agile methodology. Agile methodology. Agile methodology, what is going to happen? in sprint wise, small releases, they are going to implement that. So their QA plus dev work together as a single team. Okay, similarly business users or something. And then we have the support team is different. So these people are deploying the code into the production environment or some kind of activities, network activities, building activities, packaging. So that team. Now here also, what is going to happen once the changes are done in the QA and dev team, then support team needs to deploy the code into the production environment. So that production, there might be some kind of misuse of any builds or some kind of functionalities are missing. Because of that, they are facing the challenges. So that time dev team says that no, that is not from my side. That mistake is came from support team or some other team. They will escape the solutions or some kind of resolution. So in order to avoid that, finally they come up with the DevOps practices. So here the entire picture comes in together. Okay. For all the three people work together. Okay. That's why they are going to be continuously deploy small releases without having any delays. That activities are going to be work together like building, like commit building, then you can use the testing, then you can go with release deploy. Okay, so this is production environment. So each and everywhere we have the same kind of infrastructure. So it will go all together only. We don't have any other. So one after another process, everything should be in an automated manner. Okay. So no need of any manual intervention. Even testing also, it will execute automatically. If you have any Selenium code is there in the Git repository, then that is going to execute automatically if you have changes happens. Okay, so that's why this continuation tool is more famous in the market, this Jenkins. And one more thing, this is a open source tool, so you no need to pay any license also. So that is the main reason which all are the process is going to run automatically. Okay, so this is all about like Jenkins tool. Just and we have the even DevOps also. This tool is going to happen. There are several concepts are there, but initial and for as a tester, we should be. This is more than enough. How to schedule the job and how to run the job. Those things all are more than enough for the automation engineer. Okay, as a tester. Because if the people are not using this, then you have to go and execute manually. That is a hectic process, right? So this will improve your productivity and feedback also. So every time it is going to get some kind of feedbacks also, it is going to give. Okay, so that is all about Jenkins. So are you clear all this?
Yes, sir. So in real time, they will come and start job here and then execute scripts. They will not do from visual code like that. No?
No. See, because this is the stable jobs. Okay, because until if you have the stable build, initially you can execute locally. Okay,
Okay, okay,
because locally in the sense, once we have the Selenium code, you are going to execute locally first. Then you are going to give that repository to the Jenkins. Then you can execute through Jenkins also. Okay, because through Jenkins also you can execute the application, because we are already setting the parameter right here. We are giving the Jenkins repository. in the configurations, right? In this configurations, we have given that repo right here, Git repository.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever the changes happening on that, it will trigger it will run that project.
It will get updated here. Whatever changes we do there in
Yes,
this.
yes. That time, that is what I said, right? So this is only the parameter. This repo only you are giving. See how many steps you have taken here. Initially, what is going to happen? You are working in Selenium, right?
Yes.
You are working in Selenium, right? So you made some changes in the Selenium local Eclipse IDE. So once you made the changes, then what you are doing? You are pulling the code to central repository, right? Pulling the code, right? Pulling the
Okay. Yeah.
code to central repo. Now, once you are pulling the code to central repo, now we are copying that particular URL. That particular URL is nothing but whatever it is there in the GitHub repositories, right? Say, for example, say we have these all are the different projects, right? So these all are the projects. So if I take this project, then I will go to here. This is the project name. This is the URL, right? So I can copy this URL and I will paste that into this batch like this. Okay. So now I am going to save this. So now if I build now, now this one, right, build now. So in this only we have copied that job, right? See now two jobs are in the queue. Because why we are using that number of days to keep the bills and number of so it won't be in the queue. Suppose if more jobs are there, then it won't be in the queue like that. Okay, see like this. Now this has been done. This is the number of seconds it is taken to complete this particular job. This has taken 37 seconds and this has taken 3.5 seconds. Depends on the code, how much it is lengthy of the code, then according to the functionalities, it will execute the application. Okay. Because now if you are not giving any Git repository, then your job is going to be complete within a seconds only. See now this job done is taken 30 seconds, right? But now once if I remove this Git repository, I don't want to execute this Git repository. Now nothing is there in the project, right? So I'm just saving this. Now in this job done, right? Okay, so now if I build now, how much time it will take now? Okay, so that's it's done. See, earlier it was 0.25 seconds. Earlier it was 1.25 seconds, right?
Yes, sir.
Now it is, so that depends on the project, how that is, it is going to execute that upstream and downstream projects also once we have done that. Okay. It will execute within a less time also. Okay. Depends on the code what we have in the particular application. Okay. So yeah, I hope this is about Jenkins. So
Okay, sir.
mainly you can use it in your resume also. It a kind of continuous integration tool where we can run the jobs automatically without interfering any manual intervention. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is nothing but a pipeline also. We can have the See, now we have run all the upstream and downstream projects, right? That is nothing but a pipeline also. So once if you initiate that, then the respective jobs are also run automatically, one after another. Okay. Mm. So if you want, you can add any descriptions also here. Say, for example, any name or this all are it is showing in this view or build execution status. Okay, this console output is the main important where you can track each and every line. In this, which build you want to check the code, you can go here and you can see here each and every line of code it is going to execute one after another. Okay, so this is where you can see the your information. See, now here we have 12 builds are there, right? Now I don't want all these 12 builds. If I configure this parameter, and here I can use this discard world bills, and here I can keep days to keep bills one, and I keep only 3 bills here. Now if I will save this, now what is going to happen? This 3 Jenkins I have set, right? So here also if I'll run this, okay, so now total can see now the 13th job. So executing. Okay, so this is how we are going to execute the projects by using Jenkins server. So is it easy or tough? Because whatever the code, because we have to copy this code, Git repo. That is the integration what we are doing now. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
that's all. You just go through once again and you can set the job, at least first job you can execute, okay, without having any parameters. Normal plain job. Then you can set some parameters and execute. Then you can go with the upstream and downstream projects. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Srivalli.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.